Michael Crichton's book-turned-Spielberg movie Jurassic Park came to theaters in June of 1993, and you didn't have to be a 7-year-old kid to get excited for these dinosaurs. The movie ruled. The NES game of the same name was released in North America just 1 month later, even while the movie was still in theaters. If you've gotten this far in life without seeing the movie or reading the book, I'm here for you. In short, a seemingly well-intentioned scientist found a way to clone dinosaurs using DNA from ancient preserved mosquitoes, and not happy with just having that on his resume, he decided to make a theme park out of the whole thing. Turns out most dinosaurs, especially the bitey ones, aren't much for being caged up, and that fact, mixed with some nefarious bad guy activity in the background, leads to some dinosaurs escaping their enclosures and running amok. No bueno. The practical effects in the film were very believable. Dinosaurs had never looked so real. It had intense action, it had some occasional humor, and it had Jeff Goldblum and Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, and Newman. Okay, let's see what's up with Jurassic Park on the NES. The premise for the game deviates a bit from the movie. Here, you're Dr. Grant, the sun hat-wearing paleontologist who was invited to preview Jurassic Park at the exact wrong time. A computer malfunction has caused hundreds of dinosaurs to be released, and 2 kids, Tim and Lex, are trapped somewhere in the park. It's up to you to save them. How will you do that without Jeff Goldblum and his shiny chest? Collecting eggs. It's Easter morning here at Jurassic Park, apparently. The dinosaurs have dropped their spawn-filled eggs all over the place, and you need to either pick them up or destroy them while defending yourself from a never-ending onslaught of vicious predators. Once you have all the eggs, you'll get a pass card that lets you go inside buildings. The buildings are mazes filled with the same dinosaurs from outside, and there's more eggs here to fetch. Once you have all of those, you can operate a computer to open the main gate that allows you to leave and exit the level. This is the loop for the first few levels, but later on in the game, you will worry less with finding eggs and will instead need to track down some explosives for destroying the nest of those pesky raptors. At any rate, the general idea is to survive while you collect stuff. It sounds simple, right? You are armed with some dinosaur-killing artillery. There's ammo lying around that has various degrees of big lizard killing capability, and you can swap between them on the fly depending on your situation. In addition to eggs and ammo scattered around, there's also these mystery boxes with a question mark on top. These are a gamble. If you touch one, you can get a little more health, brief invulnerability, an extra life, or an extra continue, or you can get the exact opposite of all of that and just die. From what I can tell, these aren't random, so if you play enough, you might be able to memorize the good boxes from the bad boxes, but good luck. The game is broken down into 6 total levels, each a top-down map for you to explore, like the grounds around the compound, the buildings that litter those grounds, or inside volcanic caverns. There are a few boss fights sprinkled throughout. The first one you'll encounter are these stampeding Triceratops. Here you have to save the boy, Tim, from being trampled while you dodge your death. In the next level, you try to save Lex from the T-Rex. You have to shoot at the T-Rex while leading it away from devouring you both. And that's not the only T-Rex you'll encounter if you're lucky enough to make it further into the game. And I say lucky because this game is quite difficult. This one was developed and published by Ocean Software, and I have never meshed well with their games. Their stuff always looks pretty good, has a certain style and color about it that feels quality, and the general gameplay is usually good too, but the controls and execution always leave a lot to be desired. In Jurassic Park, the controls feel sluggish and stiff at times. Lining up shots can be tedious. The boss battles with the dinosaurs seem awesome at first, but are aggravatingly hard to get the hang of. It would be a lot better if this one had infinite continues or a password system, or heck, it's 1993, what about a save function? But none of that is here. You get 3 lives and 3 continues, and that's probably the biggest knock against this one. Beating this one requires knowing roughly where all the eggs are and how to defeat each boss, things that require a fair amount of experience and practice to be successful at. There's no real checkpoints here either, so dying or using a continue can be a huge setback. It's worth noting that the best part of the game might be this continue countdown screen. Despite the fact that continue countdowns themselves are pointless, this one has an excited T-Rex chasing down a very frightened Norm Macdonald. There are a few other Jurassic Park games from back in the day on other consoles, and they all seem to be hit or miss. I won't go in depth on them here, but as a fair warning, If you rightly think that the NES one is a tedious, albeit decent-looking hassle, then you may not like the Game Boy version either. It's a port of the NES version, and while it has a few unique levels, it's similar enough to just be the green-hued version of this daunting slog. Alright, that's going to do it for Jurassic Park on the NES. As always, look out for giant predators, and thanks for watching!